Craig, you've not been too disappointed with many of your away days this year, but I imagine that's up there with Chester as one of your worst.
I think it's one of the worst of the season, if I'm being honest. It's hard to digest, to be honest. The bare requirement that you want from a player is to be hard to play against, application, effort, and honestly I think 10, 11 can easily be labelled that they're just down tools today, which is disappointing for me. And I didn't see it coming because we haven't been bad of late, and we trained well this week, and you expect them to come against a team who are in a similar position to us and apply themselves in a better way than that. So borderline embarrassing, some of them.
And the goals that you conceded were not the best defending.
Awful goals. It's embarrassing, easy. This is what I said, the bare requirement that you have is that you're hard to play against, and one-on-one you make it hard for your opponent. And look, I don't want to take too much away from them because they're a good team, but we made life so easy for them, and any team at this level is going to punish you if you do that to yourselves. You could talk tactics and say we should have tweaked that, should have done this. I understand that, I'll take, but that ain't about tactics today. It's about people having pride to be harder to play against, and they didn't do that.
And that was the same 11 that had done so well at York a fortnight ago, and it was unrecognisable, really.
There you go. Bad decisions. I think with the ball we were poor as well. We kept giving it away. His final pass, his final touch were horrendous at times, but you can accept that sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's not your day with the ball and you're a bit scruffy, but you can't accept without the ball that people are winning headers, outrunning you, out-tackling you. I will say there's a few that can hold their head high. Brad Abbott in particular, I thought he were outstanding today. Head and shoulders above anybody on our pitch. He wins an header there, cuts his head. There's 9-10 players in that dressing room I don't think could have put their head in that situation. Young Max, I thought Ryan Qualter did well as well. And Tom when he come on, but everybody else way below what I expect and what they've been delivering of late.
Where do you go from here? 4 to go, and just need to finish as strongly as possible, presumably.
Look, I know exactly where we need to go. All that some of them in there are doing is just sort of confirming what my thoughts are anyway, that they're not good enough. The way we go about it is not good enough. There's still some good players in there, look, don't get me wrong, but we need a way of playing next year, and we need to be able to stick to it. And I repeat again, we need proven Conference North players who are streetwise and know what it's about. You don't have to come in and play well and play them off the park. You have to stay in the game, and we just don't do that. We're just fragile, and it hurts, to be honest with you, because my teams aren't that. My teams are quite hard to play against. Yeah, we might lose games, but not in that manner.
And you didn't really have a chance, did you, until Max had that one in injury time? Was that the disappointment?
He had 1 or 2 chances, but not enough. Like I said, first and foremost, before you start thinking of scoring goals, you start thinking about being hard to play against, and we never did that. We always looked fragile, we always looked vulnerable. And if I'm being honest, with 20 minutes to go, and I have very, very rarely done this as a manager, I wanted the game to end because I thought that we looked like we were there for taking, and I think it was only because they knew the game were finished that they didn't try and score more goals.
Obviously still missing Gavin Elliott. Do you think he'll be back for Darlington next week?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, look, if there's one crumb of sort of reason for today, we didn't have a natural centre forward, and I think that's evident. I think Tom, when he come on, did well, but we had Jake Wright who sort of went back last week. We had Gav Elliott injured, and I think you could see we had nobody up front who could sort of be a threat and just hold the ball up for us. That's looking at excuses a little bit, but it is a reason as well. I think when we've not had a forward all season, we've looked like that. Fair play to Nicky, Max and Jay, the wingers at the end of the day, but hopefully we can get Gav back because we need him.